Some of your higher end clients and third final homeowners like Edward and Donna, they do have some really unique ideas, which is great. It gives us a bit of a chance to go through some artistic flair and work on what will become their perfect home.
I was so worried because building with Edward would be a nightmare. Him handing over the reins to an independent builder was a big concern for me. However, Phil and Chris have been very respectful of Edward, and actually it's working really well.
The build went from a duplex to the current design based on that we weren't able to have the separation in the zoning in the Moreton Bay region where the block's located. It had to be functional but one dwelling, so the duplex was not allowed.
GJ were really open to innovating, which I think was really key to that transition to a multi-generational home.
Everyone talks about how hard it is to raise babies and it takes a village, so we decided, let's actually have a village.
There's a lot that goes into it. We're talking to councils, we're talking to designers, we're going out, we're measuring the block, we're looking at power lines above. There's a lot of information gathering that we need to do so we can advise correctly and we understand it, so we can give the client the feedback, give the designer the correct feedback and make sure it's a buildable home. It generally starts with the block and understanding the parameters around that, and then from there getting that brief. There's a number of homes that we've got on the books that we can start with, so as a client's describing to me what they're after, I'm nearly feeling like I've got a bit of a Rolodex in my head, flicking through to saying yes, no, maybe, and kind of going through there. The best part about it is having the builder that's the local builder as well, and being so active in the initial stages. We could have, for example, Donna and Edward, if they wanted the upper floor to finish in the exact location, I'm thinking, well, that's going to be $15,000 worth of structural steel. Let's move it and line it up with another wall that finishes. You can just save those costs just by understanding how it all works on site and just the actual ins and outs of every build from start to finish.
The reason we chose GJs in the first place was they were the ones that were most open to building a custom multi-generational house for us. We were talking to other builders at the time, and often you would get them just be like, oh, that's not really what we do, or they're just trying to sell you this cookie cutter house that they've built before, and no one has really built multi-generational houses before. So it has to be a custom design.
They've got families of their own, so they understood the needs of the family and all of the nuances that come with.
They did show us few things than they did for other customers.
They did.
And it was really focused on multi-generation. And they were saying, okay, we can do that, we can do this. And what was interesting, nothing was too difficult.
Once we get to that final design that they're happy with, they sign off on that. They'll go through their selection stage. So that's when we kind of bring in Louise, and they'll start choosing all the particular items. So whether it be the different sinks and vanities, if it's feature paneling on some walls, different cornices and things like that.
That's what it'll look like.
Doesn't pick up the cream.
Yeah, I think that's a bit too white.
Did we have
Blossom?
Blossom. Yep. Beautiful. That goes with the Hampton style. So the design of the house means that we won't be jumping on the kids' heads, which we do now when we're running around the house with other grandchildren.
For a long time, I did want a bigger bedroom, a bigger bathroom, a bigger garage, all those things. And we like to have a lot of family meals together, not only with Nate and Jessie, but with the whole family.
Well, Jess and Nate have the big kitchen, so actually we're just going to go to dinner at their place.
Yeah, we can use the kitchen and leave the mess for them.
No, we don't have to use the kitchen at all. We just turn up.
We'll see.
For me, the most important bit was having, like Nate said, that village, but also that privacy and the ability to have our own family as well.
Also, a bigger house so we can have more babies.
Which apparently we're very good at.
At the point of signing contract, we want that to be a final price and not go through the process like other builders where they get that low-level price and they go through the contracts, go through a selection stage and they add $100,000 or $200,000. It's not good for the client because obviously then you blow the budget, but it's not a good way to kind of build it either, because we like to know that it's all black and white on site when you move to that stage so that everyone knows what they're getting. It makes for a much smoother construction process.
You just move that elbow.
Yes, and darling.
Thank you. It's just a bit easier.
Yeah, moving across to you.
It's all about being flexible and understanding the vision at the end of the day and how they want their home to look. Yeah, a quick pivot can make a lifetime of sadness go away, because again, they could be sitting in that house for the next 20 years and just every time just cursing, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. So if we can do that as I think more of a custom builder compared to the bigger project builders, that's the beauty of doing what we do.
Okay, open, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you. This is probably the best.
A lot more money than I was expecting to spend.
They did put $26 extra.
Oh, we just tried to sweep that under the rug. And I was like, no, but yeah, that's just their contract rounding. He picked it up pretty quick, that's for sure. Edward doesn't miss much at all.